fam, welcome back to my channel where we all about love, positivity, self-development, and everything in that vicinity. In today's video, we are doing another Sunday story time. In today's story time, I am doing a video about the time that I caught my boyfriend cheating. Not my current boyfriend, just a disclaimer. I don't know why I've literally gotten DMs of people asking me if I'm talking about the guy I'm with now. No, I'm not. Haven't done a story time about him yet. But this is about Leon, you guys. So if you guys not remember Leon is the same guy who I was in a relationship with that hit me. He is the same guy also that I am in a relationship with, that I was in a relationship with, that proposed to me. So you got 2 stories from Leon already. This is story number 3 just off of this one guy, and I still actually have a few more that I have to tell. So yeah, stay tuned. If you're new to this channel, then go ahead and subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you're always notified when I post a video. If you are not new to this channel, then thank you so much for being here. Welcome back. Thank you for loving me as much as I love you. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So, okay. I don't even remember how old I was when this happened, but I do remember that at the time, me and Leon lived in the same neighborhood. But I never went to his house, like, ever. I knew where he lived, he knew where I lived, but we never went to each other's house. I don't really know why that was, but we never did. But I had met his mom. At this point in our relationship, I had met his mom, I had met his dad, I had met his entire family, and I got along with them really well. I was aware that he had an ex. Let's call her, I'm gonna call her by her name. Her name was Rosalina. And she used to go to some of their little barbecue picnic things because everybody knew who she was, and I guess their families were friends, and she was his ex, and she used to like give me these little stank looks or whatever, but I never really thought anything of it because, you know, I'm not really the type to be like stank eye and no ex, like that's your business, you be mad, like whatever. So he had a tattoo of her name, and he had it blocked out, like he had it like I don't know, like black barred or something like that, like he had to just basically paint it over it. And I remember asking him, like, you know, is that a problem? I remember asking him, yo, are you still having feelings for her? Like, what's up with that? He was like, no, I don't have any feelings for her. I don't even talk to her anymore. And every time I saw him around her, like when we were, like if we saw her at a store or at one of those little barbecue picnic things, they would never even come near each other. They wouldn't speak to each other, nothing. So me and him had plenty of issues. Y'all already know, me and him forever arguing. We really didn't even like each other. I still, to this day, I always say that I don't know why we stayed together so long. Because in actuality, we never got along. Like, we didn't like each other at all. But we stayed together. I don't know. But, so, basically, one day, I was going to his house for the first time. And he didn't know I was coming, but his mom knew I was coming. He didn't know I was coming because it was for a surprise for his birthday. And so I had texted my friends. I was like, I'm going over to Leon's house. Y'all, I'm so excited. I bought him a present, you know, all the other stuff. And I went to his house. I pulled up. I saw an extra car there, but I didn't think anything of it. I go in the house, and this is like, his mom was the coolest woman ever. Like, I really hope that she watches my videos. I don't want to reach out to her because if I reach out to her, I know he's going to end up with my number, and I don't ever want to have communication with him again. But she was the coolest woman ever. I walk in the house, and she was like, hey, did you and Leon break up? And I was like, no. And she was like, I didn't think so. He's upstairs in his room. And she was giving me like this funky little look, and I was like, okay. She was like, go ahead, go hurry up there and be quiet. Don't let him know you're coming. No shout or anything. And I was like, okay. Like, I didn't think anything of it. She told me where the room was and everything, and she said that it shouldn't be locked. So I walked upstairs into his bedroom, and as I was approaching his door, I heard him talking, and I heard another voice talking. And I'm sitting there just like, maybe he's in there with family, you know, it is his birthday, yada, yada, yada. So I walk into his bedroom, and it is Rosalina, his ex. And I saw her, she was sitting there in these little booty shorts, like these little tiny little F-me shorts, and a sports bra, and he was not wearing a shirt at all. And he was in his boxers. And I'm sitting there like, and I opened the door so quietly. So they were sitting there for a minute and didn't even see me there. And so I'm just standing there just looking. And it's like, I didn't react right away. Like, I was just like, I just kind of like froze. And I was just like looking. And I should have known then that I really didn't like him, because I didn't feel like hurt or anything like that as much as I just wanted to stab him in the face. Like in my mind I was just like, you disrespect me by like doing this, and you like, he didn't know I was coming that day, but like still, like, you know, like it was just like still kind of like a like, what's wrong with you, like a disrespect type of situation. So I was just like, really? And he, as soon as he saw me, he like looked up and he froze. He was like, and then she got up and she was like, what is she doing here? She was like, what is she doing here? And he literally pushed her. He like pushed her off of him, and he was like, Ricky, wait, let me explain. And I just walked out. I just turned around and I started walking out. They had like this really big house, and so I was going down the stairs, and I guess he was trying to, I heard him like fumbling, trying to put on his clothes or whatever to come chase after me. And he was like, Mom, why didn't you tell me anybody was here? And she was like, I didn't hear nothing. And she was sitting in the kitchen drinking wine. Oh my God, I loved his mom so much. She was the littest person in that family. The rest of his family was trash, but she was lit. And we went to, so then I was on my way outside, and this is when my temper, like I had a really bad temper. Y'all already know from past story times, your girl's temper was really, really bad. But I was trying, at that moment, all I really wanted to do was leave. Like at that point, I was just like, let me just go. But I get to the where his mom is, passing where his mom is in the kitchen, and she had all these glasses out. And here he comes down the stairs, and he's like talking at me, and he's doing this, that, and the other, and like he's like telling me to wait, and I get pissed off, and I grab glass and I'm throwing it at him. Now mind you, his mom is right there, and she low-key, I really feel like to this day, like she did that on purpose. Like she left the glass there, because that wasn't like her good glass. Like she used to talk about all the time, like when she's pissed off, she'll take some of this glass and break it. So the glass wasn't there when I went up the stairs, but the glass was there just sitting there when I came down the stairs. So I feel like she did that on purpose. So I picked up glass and I started throwing it at him, and I was like cursing. I was like, you son of a beep, and you are da 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 da. Like I'm going off, like I'm spazzing. I'm not crying at all, but I'm like mad. And then Rosalina's crying because she realizes that me and him are not broken up. I guess that's what he told her, because she was like, you lied to me, Leon. And he told her to get out. He's like, yo, just get out. And she was just like, get out. And he was like, get out. And so then I'm throwing stuff. I'm just like, you da da da. He's like, yo, stop throwing stuff. La 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 la. And I was like, you know what, forget it, I'm gonna just leave. And he like grabbed my arm on the way out, and he was like trying to turn me around, and he was like, Ricky, don't. He's like, it's not what you think, it's not what you think. I was like, yo, like what else? I was like, what excuse could you possibly have for a girl sitting on your lap? At this point, why are you lying? Like, why lie at this point? Like, for what? Like, what are you lying for? Like, why, my guy? Like, what are you doing? And so then he was like, it wasn't like that. It's just, it was my birthday, and I didn't think I was going to see you. And I was like, oh, so because you're not going to see me on your birthday, that means that you get to go be in bed half naked with another girl. Your ex. Like, I'm just like, that's what we do? I was like, okay, cool. Bet that all the way up. And he was like, he was crying. Then he starts crying. I hate when guys pull that crying stuff after they've cheated and then expect me to like, maybe it works. I feel like maybe there has to be girls out there who sees a guy crying, but like, well, he cried. And I literally just get disgusted. I'm like, you're gonna go this far with your BS that you're gonna try to cry after you cheated? You're gonna try to cry after you did something wrong, and what, you think that's gonna work? You think that we're gonna have a pity party now? Oh, woe is you cheated. Oh, poor baby. Like, what the frick? Like, no. So when he did all that, I was instantly just disgusted. I was like, get away from me, please. I was just so over it. Like, I was just like, just go. And then he said something along the lines of, I only did it because, you know, you're younger. Because I was 3 years younger than him. He was like, you're younger, and so you're not as free to do whatever you want to do. And she was more free. And I remember being like, okay, well, then be with her. He's like, well, I don't want to be with her. I said, well, you ain't got no choice because you're not about to be with me. So then we broke up. I broke up with him. We went outside. I said, it's over. I go outside. He comes after me, and I picked up one of the garden gnomes. They had garden gnomes. They was those type of people. They had garden gnomes in their front yard. And I picked up one of his garden gnomes, and I threw it at the house. Luckily his dad wasn't home, so I feel like his dad would have called the police on me or something. But he, like, I threw the garden gnomes, and the whole time the mom never even left where she was sitting in the kitchen drinking her wine. She was chilling. She did not care. And I remember the next time I saw her, she was like, she said I wouldn't have taken him back, and she just walked off, and I was like, I love her. But basically after that I broke up. I threw the gnome at him. I leave. I don't talk to him for like a month. Like, he calls and texts, but he never comes to my house, which is very interesting because we live literally like 4 minutes from each other. Like, I could have walked to his house, which is what I did because I was too young. I didn't have a car or anything like that. I had a bike, but I never drove it anywhere for real. But he could have came to my house. He had a car. He never came to my house or anything like that. He never met my mom, and that was more my choice than his choice. I never wanted him to meet my mom because he was so much older than me. I didn't want to like get in trouble because I was young. Like, when I first started dating him, I was like 13 or 14. So yeah, like, I was like so disgusted. I was like over him. I thought we was never getting back together at that point, but you know, like I've said in the past, you guys, your girl is dumb. Like, eventually, like, when I'm done telling Leon stories, you guys are going to get the story of how we officially broke up. And then I'll start telling stories about stuff that happened after we broke up, because us breaking up was not the end of the Leon and me foolery, because he's a psychopath. Like, I don't know if he was crazy when I met him, but he's dang sure for crazy now. Like, the boy is el loco. So we broke up for like a month, and then I was talking to somebody else and everything, but I would never actually dated somebody else. But then then finally I wasn't mad anymore, and I talked to him, and I thought we were going to be friends, and then somehow we ended up getting back together. Y'all, I don't know what was wrong with me. I was stuck on stupid, like stuck on stupid, because I don't even know if that's what you would call it, because it wasn't like I believed him or I loved him or anything like that. Or maybe I did love him, but like in a twisted kind of way. I don't really know, because I don't know what made me stay, because he didn't have any good qualities. So, I mean, he was attractive. Maybe. Anyway, so yeah, if you enjoyed that story, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and leave it in the comment section below. Let me know you were here. Be sure to share this video with your friends, comment, and if you have not subscribed already, then go ahead and subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future Sunday story times. If you are not following me on social media, then go ahead and follow me on social media: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Pinterest, all of it, Cherishing Flow. Go visit my website at cherishingflow.com for self-development blog posts. And if you're not following the couples channel, then go ahead and follow the couples channel at Always and Forever or JNE TV. I think you'll find us if you type JNE TV still, because I don't think YouTube is caught up with that. We changed our name. So it's Always and Forever, and it'll be in the description box below. Everything else will be in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.